y'all back at it in the cut. Now we got Brother Wolf across from me.
What's going on, man? We back for another episode with these three young gentlemen right here, and we about to dig out some more great content, all right?
Yes, sir. So today we are blessed and privileged to have an up-and-coming clothing brand coming out of Central Massachusetts, Blessed Envisions. So I got these three gentlemen next to me right here. So I have them introduce themselves, starting with my brother Angel right here.
I'm Angel. Come from Gardner, Mass.
My name is Waleed. I'm also from Gardner, Mass.
I'm Alex, and I'm also from Gardner, Mass.
G Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know Gardner, man, ain't nothing out there.
Yes.
Nothing but dead trees. Yeah.
Middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere. So I'm gonna keep it off right away with y'all. First and foremost, I've been in New York for a jump now. You feel me? I knew y'all since like middle school type of thing.
10 years.
So 10 years.
10 years.
Mm.
Crazy, bro.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Y'all old, man.
Oh, bro.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Who winning in a race now, though?
I ain't gonna lie, I put spice on. You feel me? I did the shovel grip and chat. You feel me?
Yeah, I did like that yesterday.
Yeah.
My excuse.
Nah, but real rap to add more point of view for our viewers and to show them that anything is possible when it comes to businesses they want to start. I want to ask, how old are y'all? Y'all look young, man. Y'all doing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just turned 22 last month. No, 2 months ago in November. So still, I'm like in the middle, you know. Perfect age, 22.
Okay.
I just turned 21. I turned 21 3 days before Angel.
That boy drinking now. You drinking now?
I'm drinking.
Okay, I love that answer. Y'all take some notes, man.
You know what I'm saying? Water, hydration.
That's all I drink is water, dude.
Water.
Milk too, bro.
Love it.
Milk.
Yeah, bro. Milk
Protein
is gas, bro.
Protein drink.
Nah, just milk.
Just milk.
What about you, brother?
All right, and I'm 18, so I'm a freshman in college.
You're
What?
18?
Yeah.
Bro, I had no idea.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Oh yeah, we about to get into a good one.
We
Wow.
got a young squad, you know what I'm saying?
Young squad.
Young team.
But you're what? You're 23?
Nah, I don't know, bro. I'm 23. I'm 23, so that's September.
So you guys are all around the same age. You all from Gardner. How did you guys like come together?
For clothing, so funny story, I was a part of a clothing brand around this time last year. I started a different one, and then that kind of fell through for a bunch of various reasons. After that one fell through, I had a passion for clothing, so I really wanted to just chase his dream. So Angel and I go to the same gym, Mount Wachusett. Been going there for like a decade too. Can't forget about the Mount. But one day we were just talking, and I was telling Angel about the plans, and then we just made it happen. Just started.
Love it.
Yeah, because he told me about it, and he was like, yeah, dude, I really want to start a company. And I was like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah. And I was like, I want to start my own business as well. I was like, I want to be able to put out a message for everybody. I like to motivate people. That's what I like to do. So I was like, if that's something I could do and that's something that we can make happen, let's do it. Let's put a message. So that's what we did.
Love that. And where you came to play in this picture?
So I've known Angel for a couple of years now. I played soccer with him for at least a year or two. And then this summer, I have a couple friends that worked with Angel at a summer camp, and they said, oh, hey, Angel's starting he's starting a clothing company. So I kind of sent that DM. I came home from school, and then we went to 99s and talked it over and got to work.
Yeah, no, the crazy thing is when we were at the 99, there were just 2 horses.
Yeah.
It was a random thing. You just eating, just ordered appetizers, just 2 horses pulled up in the parking lot. It was the most random thing.
That's what happened to Gardner.
If y'all don't know Gardner, that just explains Gardner in a sentence.
Bro, that's the most garbage thing I've heard. Wow, bro.
Horses, bro?
Horses.
Yeah, 2 people just galloping on horses.
They were waiting for their food.
Wow. Right by the Starbucks just right there?
Yeah.
In that parking lot?
Right there.
Yo, bro, this is crazy, bro.
Wow. I guess everybody trying to dodge some gas prices for real. That's crazy. Wow. All right.
Other ways of transportation.
Yeah.
Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
No, that's awesome.
But y'all all came together. Where did the concept of Blessed Envision really come from? I understand you guys are like sportswear type thing.
Yeah.
So where did that whole concept come from?
All right, so the name, it originated from an Instagram account that I had, right? So I had an old car of mine, and I made a page for it. And I was in the gym one day, and I was just thinking, and I was like, dude, like I wanna make something out of it. And I was sitting there, and I was thinking, and I was like, I'd enjoy all these blessings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Start with blessings. All right, that sounds pretty good. And then I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, I want to think of a better future. Like, sit there. So I was like, wait, what's another word for like that I could use for like a vision or whatever? And I was like, envision. So I put them both together. That's what I came up with. And then I brought it up to him, and then we decided we had a whole list of a bunch of names, and that's the one that just stuck. And we came up with our motto, it's our mindset and stuff. So just enjoying all the blessings that we have in life, and we want to envision a better future with the blessings that we can have and cherish everything.
You remember how we came up with the motto?
Huh?
Remember how we came up with the motto?
Yeah, so our motto, it's a mindset. It's very funny. Like I said, I'm a motivational person, so I like to motivate people. And we were doing abs in one of the rooms, and he was getting tired on me, yo. So I was like, bro, you gotta stick through it. Come on, yo. It's all a mindset. And then he was driving. And
I was like driving over, and I was just like, dude, it's mindset. That's hard. That's hard. It's stuck.
Wow, I like that.
Oh, while working out together. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all work out often?
I try to work out every day. Yeah.
6 days.
I like that. I like
You got
that.
the stuff on to cover up.
That's why
I'm trying to tell you. You feel me?
oversized. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
It's my favorite.
Hey, speaking of the deer, man, we gotta show y'all. We got blessed, man. They ain't playing. They blessing for real. All right. They pulled up, blessed us with the deer. We got socks. I know y'all see the shirt over here, so great quality clothes, man. I appreciate y'all for real, bro.
We're wearing some unreleased merch right here too.
Yeah. Woo. Those is hard. And the letters is like out, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's puff print.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with that, yeah.
All right, y'all tune in now. Come on. So, since we talking about your business right now, a lot of people think that you need a whole bunch of money to start a business. So that's why some people don't even think about starting a business sometimes. So when it came to y'all, I know y'all some young guys. How do you guys fund your business?
So, funding our business, we both work full time. I mean, I definitely had a good amount of money over the summer, but it does not take a lot to start. When we first started, we ordered like 20 shirts and 20 shorts, and it came out to like $300-400. That was like the initial investment. And yeah, it wasn't a lot, but like we got a good amount of clothing. We got like a little bit of return back, we just reinvest it. A little bit more back, reinvest it.
Yep.
A little bit more back, reinvest it.
And I think that's one thing that people like mistaken is they're all just doing it for the money.
Yes.
That's something that we don't want to do. And when we talk with each other, we agree we're not going to make any profits on it, and we were okay with that. We want to grab the money and we want to reinvest it into our company, and we want to make it into something big.
I love that. I love that.
And
And
starting, it's like definitely growth is more important than the profits right off the bat.
and that's big. I think that's one of the biggest things ever, because we even had to have this conversation before too, me and DY. So I want y'all to just talk a little more about that. Like, what was your mindset coming into it? Like, I know you say you wasn't thinking about profit. So like, well, how was you keeping yourself motivated? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, you know,
That doesn't matter.
honestly, I just like the fact that we were growing every single day. Every single day we're getting a couple more followers. And on top of that, it's just fun.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like, I'm telling you right now, 21 years of life, obviously I've lived a super long life. I've never felt the pride that I felt when I saw somebody wearing my clothes.
Wow.
Seeing somebody wear something that you designed, that like you manufactured, that literally wasn't there until it came out of your brain. Insane.
Wow.
Imagine putting your blood, sweat, and tears into something and somebody else representing it.
Especially somebody you care about too. Or it's like, even like people that you don't know, people come up to you and be like, yo, like I heard you got this clothing line, I love it. And then like that's huge for you, because it's like, this person, I've never even met you, but you like are, you're showing me love. You know what I mean?
That's
Wow.
so, I've already said a lot. People come up to us now about the channel and the podcast, our YouTube, etc., Instagram, and it hits me kind of like, wow, we just starting off. We put a lot of work in so far, but we're only going so much further.
Yeah.
People already recognizing.
And I think that goes to show like how strong a brand can be. You know, like you guys have a powerful like name. When I even say Blessed Envisions, I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? It hits deep, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So
Just seeing you guys wear the merch right now, like it hits the spot.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
it's an amazing experience.
Especially
I love it.
representing it your business. That's huge for us.
That's
Appreciate
awesome.
that for real.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Seriously.
So when it comes to what manufacturers y'all use to create your clothing, what are some tips and tricks that people should know when it comes to creating a brand? What should they utilize?
I mean, the first thing that we really looked for is like we wanted something to provide for the people, right? Like we just thought about the people, so we wanted quality, and we ordered like a couple of samples, and there was this one sample of the shirt that we ordered. We didn't really like it, so we're like, we can't really like send this out. Like, yeah, we can send it out, people will buy it, but at the end of the day, they'd be like, I was like, okay. So we wanted to find a manufacturer that was gonna give us that, that quality.
Yeah.
Top tier.
Top tier. So
Yeah.
we wanted to have like a well-established business.
Mhm.
So then we found a good manufacturer, and he produced what we wanted. Everybody gave us compliments on it. So we're like, okay, we'll stick with it. So that's what we did.
I think especially for a clothing business too, is the quality is the most important thing. Because if you're spending $20-30 on a T-shirt, you don't want something that's gonna like wear out after a wear or two. You want something that's gonna last.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's big because I know my dad, he goes to the dry cleaners.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I can't afford the dry cleaners. You know what I'm saying? And that's why but he takes his material very seriously. So if he is gonna buy clothes, he doesn't want to get a shirt that's gonna wear off soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's big.
Yeah. Exactly.
And when it came down to like finding the manufacturer, how was that process? Was that hard?
It definitely took a couple weeks. Like Angel said, our first manufacturer, we went through his website, and the quality of the shorts was very nice. We liked the shorts a lot, but the T-shirts, they were like, we just didn't really like the quality much. It was like kind of like a polyester type, and it just didn't really feel good on your skin. So then, back to the drawing board, we had some samples. We just kind of more so gave those away, and we didn't really want to like sell them. You know what I mean? Because if we right off the bat, people thought that we were pushing like bad quality clothing, it'd be like, all right, yeah, this brand's not it. But we kind of just gave those ones away. Went back to the drawing board, looked for new manufacturers. I think the supplier we found on Alibaba.
Okay.
That's it's
Nice.
a big site for people watching. If you guys want to start a clothing brand, Alibaba has everything you need. It all comes from overseas, so had everything you need. So we found our manufacturer through there, and then
So Alibaba is the actual manufacturer you utilize, or that's the source you use to connect you to the manufacturer?
Like the source used to connect to the manufacturer. It's kind of like Amazon, but with people from all around the world that can make certain various things.
Absolutely.
Okay, so it's like you're kind of connected to another person's business. Who's
Yeah.
manufacturing, you just started up, who's creating good quality.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's actually super fire.
If you don't, what you gonna say?
No, like what we do is like we ask them for like a sample,
Mm.
and once we got their sample, we were like, oh, okay, like we like this. So then that's when we ordered a batch order, and that's when we started, making business.
That's smart. So you could get a sample.
Yeah, like that jacket you tried on the photo shoot, that was a sample. That was a 101.
Really?
That was a 101, and then like that one we ordered because making a T-shirt is one thing. Anybody can make a T-shirt, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like making a jacket too is like that's quality. You need that to be worn.
Absolutely.
So we got a sample of that, and D-Wall loved it.
What? Oh, I did not want to take it over.
I broke his heart. I was like, D-Wall, like, I'm gonna need that back.
It was cold too.
So cold. I was like, now I'm cozy. What?
You could tell he was happy in those pictures, bro. Like, he was feeling that.
Oh, it's cheaped up, man.
If y'all mind me asking, what type of material is these shirts made out of? Do you know?
They're 100% cotton.
Oh yeah, I can feel that, y'all. All right, make sure I do that cotton, y'all. That cotton feel good, man.
Not gonna lie, I'm very cozy. I can take a nap right now.
Wow.
So, when you found your manufacturer, how did you go about creating your website to sell all your clothing?
So the website, I kind of made most of the website. I definitely got a lot of consultation from Alex, from Angel. It's through Shopify, our website, but through Shopify, we just kind of went through a whole lot of research. Did a whole lot of research about just what makes an aesthetically pleasing website, what should look good on a website, color schemes. Color schemes are huge. And everything that we've done so far has been between the three of us. Yeah, I don't think we've outsourced anything else.
Wow.
Just like a lot of research, just do your thing. It doesn't matter what it is, YouTube, like all that. You use all your resources to an advantage. Talk to someone, see what they do, maybe throw that in a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Just gotta talk to people.
Absolutely.
Just to go a little more in depth with that, I preach all the time is use your resources. So YouTube, Google, look up everything, do your own research on it.
Yep.
How much have y'all all really learned from YouTube?
Oh boy. I fully trained. I've taken classes in high school and stuff, but before I've been doing photography since probably middle school and early. I've watched everything there is out there. It's all there. It's go on your phone, search what you want to learn. It's there. Anything.
Agreed.
100%.
Wow.
There's always someone that has something that you're looking for. It doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
Search it up, boom, right there.
And I feel like,
No, go ahead.
and I feel that's like the biggest thing with the internet is like no matter what you want to start up, from e-commerce to dropshipping, clothing brand, stocks, the internet has everything.
Yeah.
It's like the internet can either be your best tool, the most amazing tool, or your worst distraction. You know what I mean? You just gotta utilize it.
Wow. That's a great point, bro, because I see myself all the time. Before we even started this, I hated social media. I didn't like being on social media at all because I feel like they're always wasting my time. But I realized that we needed social media. So instead of like going online, just trying to look at things that don't mean nothing, I'm trying to look at things that do mean something that can help me out.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great point. Like, it could either be your worst enemy or really your worst distraction. Like, wow, that is crazy to think about.
Like I say it all the time, half the stuff I know about financial literacy, I learned from literally YouTube. This man motivated me to do my own research, and that's exactly what I did, and I became like addicted, to be honest. And that's the thing, once you get attached to a brand or something that you're passionate for, researching for it, it just becomes, it's fun. It's like it's a daily habit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So when it came to, we all created a my fault, you want to say more?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like when you do start something, everything in your life starts to go around that. It's like you see a T-shirt and you're like, okay, that looks cool. How can I make that into my own? You know what I mean? It's like you guys watch a video and you guys are like, okay, this is a good point. How can I flip this into something that like relates more to me? You know what I mean?
That's actually a fact. That happened today, bro. Like, we was driving in the car. We were coming up with titles for what you call episodes. And one thing we brainstormed was how to get 25K in credit in 25 days. So literally in the car, we started brainstorming how can we do it, and we literally just came up with a plan like that. Like it takes. That's all it takes is that little niche. That's real.
And I think that's another good point, like finding your crew, like we talked about earlier. Like, I know, when was the moment you realized, like, all right, this is my dream team with you guys? Like, when did that moment come?
That's a good
That's a
question.
great question.
Honestly, it just kind of happened. Like me and Angel, we go back to what, third grade? Yeah, third grade. So like we've known each other for a long time. And then like throughout high school, we never really talked. We went to different schools.
Yeah.
But then
It's like you know when you meet that person and then like they're off for a while and you get back together and it's just like, oh, like nothing's changed. Like you just still connect.
Yes.
We just connected and just stuck. I don't know.
Don't miss a beat.
Yeah.
not even just that. I feel like you gotta really have somebody that has like the same mindset as you.
Yes.
And it's like going back to what I was saying earlier about the other brand that I was in. When I was in that brand, I had a lot of ideas. I was bringing a lot of like creative things to the table, and then they were kind of just like, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. And it's like I didn't like being in a position when I just felt like my creativity was being limited.
Right.
So it's like if I want to do something and I'm doing it for myself, you gotta do something that's like everybody's open with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
That's big for you. And then Alex, you didn't get much words in.
Yeah, the same thing kind of happened. I had the opportunity to shoot for Waleed's brand after he was a part of it, so he wasn't a part of it anymore. And I did it, and I wasn't thrilled with what happened and the way it was handled. And when I came on with Waleed, the first thing they gave me everything they had and said, okay, shoot this, but do it how you want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, we talked for whatever, an hour one day, and I kind of had the ideas in my head, and we went and just kind of tackled it. And he trusted me to do that, and since then we've been able to, like, I've been able, as the photographer and through the creative stuff, been able to create that vision behind their vision and give our brand a consistent feel. And that's kind of what goes into that.
He's been killing it. I'm telling you.
All
Appreciate
the photo
it.
shoots, all the editing, this lookbook. Word to the boy. Shout out Virgil, rest in peace.
Shout out Virgil.
So
R.I.P.
Alex is. Yeah,
Wow.
He knows what he's doing with the pictures.
It's a blessing in disguise, dude. Let me tell you.
Bro, last photo shoot, he was like stepping in puddles, getting his shoes there to get the shot. I'm like,
putting in the groundwork for real.
Put
Come
in
on.
the well work.
If your cameraman ain't putting in work like that, man, get a new cameraman. Alright? Nah, that's awesome, bro. So I'm glad y'all like found y'all crew, and y'all still mad young.
Yeah.
So like the sky is the limit for real for y'all.
100%.
So to add on to our last question too, when you had your website created, where did your ideas go when it came to marketing? Like, do you have a formula you guys follow, or?
Well, I mean, like, first things first, like, we talked to somebody, and she's actually really big on Facebook, and she told us to try Facebook. But obviously, one of the main ones is TikTok. Everyone's using TikTok to blow up.
Yes.
So we've been trying to use TikTok. We're on that, and we're also using Instagram as well. You can follow us on blessedvision.com. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vision, I'm
Link
all
in
about
bio.
it.
Y'all gonna see it?
And what's it called? We just started using all those, and those are the 3 big platforms that we've been using. And occasionally we'll use our Snapchats to promote as well.
Nice.
And we just see which ones blow up where, what hashtags. We keep note of all of that.
Mhm.
What kind of videos that we want to produce will blow up even more.
How long the videos are.
Exactly. Everything, duration, everything. So it's just the little things that you gotta take note is the things that's gonna make it pop. You know.
That's fine.
That's what it is.
I think real quick, I think the big thing that has helped us is the consistency.
Yes.
Mm.
Is going back to Vegas, when I was in Vegas with my boy, shout out Alex. We had this conversation. It was a rough conversation to have because he was kind of just yelling at me the entire time. I love him for it though. I love him for it because I was telling him, he was like, all right, yo, so like, what can you do to make the brand grow up or blow up? I was like, post every day, and then he was like, okay, but like how? And then I just kind of kept coming up with excuses, and he was like, okay, so you got to post every day, and I was like, yeah, but I have work. And then he was like, yeah, but you can do it while you're at work. And I was like, yeah, but I have this to do, I have that to do. And Alex basically told me, he was just like, dude, no matter what you do, there's always going to be an excuse.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And it's like, that changed my life.
Mm.
Dude, because we obviously were taking this seriously, we were taking this slow, but the day I got back from Vegas, I took like a 30-minute nap, and then that entire plane ride, I was like, dude, I hate this kid. Like, why is he making me think so much about this? And then like, I came home and I was like, all right, yeah, it's on go time. I actually called you right when I got home. I was like, hey Joe, I just had a conversation. We got to change the way we're doing this.
100%.
And then since then, we like started posting 2 or 3 times a week, and from there we were growing. Came back to Vegas, we were at like less than 100 followers probably.
Yeah.
And then from there, 3-4 months, and like we're growing every single day.
Mm.
Consistency is key, 100%.
Yes, sir.
And back to what we were saying, like it's very important to have a good team around you, right?
Mhm.
Even not just your team, but like people you hang around with, all that. It all affects what you do.
Mm.
And some days like we're a little tired, you know. Everybody gets tired.
Yep.
And some days we're unmotivated, but you gotta stay disciplined, and we help each other through that.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And what we even do sometimes as well is like on Instagram or on TikTok, we'll send each other like posts of people that already have a successful future.
Yeah.
So they'll see all the cars and all that. We'll send it to each other just to motivate each other.
Yes.
And like, hey, this
Mhm.
can be us in like the future. Let's keep going at it. Let's
I
keep
like
working.
that.
Let's keep going. You know.
Absolutely.
We gotta keep pushing each other, and eventually it'll work out.
Absolutely. And that's big.
And Alex, I'm telling you, this man has been a huge help. From every single post besides like 2 things on our Instagram were shot by him. You know, the consistency, a lot of the captions, the vision that this man has is insane.
Appreciate it. Same thing back to you guys, and we're saying consistency like this, but consistency sucks. It's hard. It's so hard, and I have such a hard time like just pushing things out. I'm like a quality over quantity person, but unfortunately, making like on Instagram nowadays, you just got to keep doing it every day, and that's where Angel a couple months ago just starts like every day we're getting reels now, and it's wild. He's just able to put them together, and that's something that I struggle to do, but that's what something Angel's really good at. He can put that together.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. You just got to put it out every day.
Gotta put it out.
And I always ask them for feedback, everything. We always ask each other for feedback on everything.
Yes.
Even if we have to be blunt about it, we'll be like, hey, this might need a little bit of adjusting.
Yeah.
Or just can't spell anything. That's half the
Yeah.
problem.
That's not too. That's not too.
I think a big thing that's like been huge for us is the way that we all know our role, but then we can still all consult each other about it. Like Angel's doing the reels, Alex is doing the photos, I'm doing the design, talking to manufacturers, and it's like we all do our own thing, but then we all come back and like, all right, how do we feel about this? You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
like any of us feel like we're doing it all by ourselves.
Yep.
We're kind of just doing it by ourselves and then coming together.
Right. Putting your ideas together once we all come up with a whole idea ourselves.
Yeah.
Like that. And one thing I thought about when you was telling your story, I was thinking about like accountability. Like, you guys hold each other accountable a lot.
Yep.
100%.
Every day
You gotta
we try to
trust each other.
try to
Yeah.
alternate posts too, because
Yeah.
sometimes that's tough to do every day. So we try to like pass it off to somebody. Hey, it's
Yeah.
your turn today. Then you're
Yeah.
only doing one every 3 days rather than one every day. But
Smart.
It helps.
Absolutely. Wow, I like that. And I got a question for you too.
Yeah.
You know, what made you get into photography, videography?
I started when I was just a kid. I got a point and shoot from my aunt and uncle, and just started doing that when I was younger. Got another camera and kind of kept going. Last September, I started shooting pro. I was just doing like senior pictures and stuff. So I've kind of always done like everything. And then outside of that, I run track and field. So I was kind of inspired by a lot of people that create in that area. So I've done a lot of stuff with that too.
Nice.
And then
And
came in with them.
nice. And what type of like content outside of y'all business what type of other content do you create?
I do photography. I've been trying to do reels because I guess I have to now. And I like design work too. I did like the graphic design for this. It's
was
something that's
awesome.
harder for me, but I'm trying to get better at, and things like that.
Nice. Awesome.
So what's your like for our viewers who maybe want to start a clothing brand but don't really know the keys that maybe you should point out when it comes to Instagram, the algorithm, and everything like that? What do you guys use specifically? Like how many posts per day, week, maybe the time limit for each video that you do? What's y'all like niches for each day?
Honestly, that's something we're really still trying to figure out.
Absolutely.
Because like we'll post a video, and then the next day we'll post a similar video, and then they'll just do polar opposites. One of them will get 14,000 views, one of them will get like 12. It's like
200. We
it's
get
like-
like
It's the worst.
That do be
Yeah.
the worst.
it makes no sense ever.
Yeah, one thing I'd say though is you gotta experiment a lot. You gotta take that risk. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
experiment is huge.
Yeah, combine the two accounts. Like I have my personal one and then the business one. I'll post them on both of them separately. Try to get double the exposure. Sometimes it'll work on one, sometimes it won't. I'll use
Yeah.
the same exact stuff. The next time I'll try switching it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And like I'll be a collaborator one day or whatever. So it's all in one. See if that will get more exposure. So you really gotta work with it. And you gotta keep experimenting.
Right. That's a great point. I mean, I think a lot of people, as soon as they did the stirrers, they give up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's big what y'all said. Y'all just go at it. You can't just keep thinking about quality like you were saying.
Right.
You know, you got to just keep trying, because you're obviously gonna come up with that magic recipe that worked.
Yeah.
But yeah. What made y'all what made y'all really come to the realization like, all right, we got to keep trying different things? Like, what was our first experience with that? Do y'all have one?
Honestly, something that we noticed, it was a couple weeks ago. We made it was like and with that, the 2022 season comes to an end. I made a reel, and it was so good. I like put so much effort into that reel, and then it got like 400 views.
Bombed.
And like
Posted
I was
it
so
twice.
sad. Yeah, we posted it twice, and it was just like it just didn't work out. So it's kind of just like when you think something's gonna happen but it doesn't. It's kind of just like, all right, don't get disheartened.
Yeah.
On to the next.
You kind of just gotta ignore it. Like make what we like to make, and we're just gonna keep making that, and we're gonna find the people that like what we make.
Yeah, and I think it's like we're all just saying is the experimenting
Yep.
is everything is different for every account on Instagram, and like I personally don't know how the algorithm works. Nobody really knows how the algorithm works. It's just all trying different things, figuring out what works for you.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
I agree with that completely. It's the same with us. We had to just poke around and just figure out what really works. And we found a little niche, and we still trying to figure out more. That's true. That's real. So when it comes to how you guys create your designs, like drawing it out, sending it over to your manufacturer, and having them figure it out, what resources did you use? Like, do you have a designer, or do you use an online app or something like that?
So for the logo, I'll start off with the logo. The logo, what we really wanted to do is it's kind of like it was based on an infinity symbol, and what it was kind of the intention behind it was blessed in vision, infinite blessings,
Right.
infinitely growing. So we kind of based it around a infinity sign, and we kind of just had to figure out how to tie in a B and an E. So I think that's what we kind of worked with. The logo, it took us, I don't know, a couple weeks just to like figure it out, finalize it, see how we liked it, and then no, we did not use a graphic designer. Everything that for design work so far is kind of done by me. The like these magazines were done by Alex. But yeah, so far like nothing we've had to really get from other people. Besides the jacket that we had at one of our last photo shoots, it's like the third or fourth post. It has a tiger on it, and that tiger was drawn by this girl Jasmine. I went to high school with her, and the entire purpose behind that collection is going to be we're going to call it the Arts, and it's going to be a collection between like Blessed and Vision and various artists, like from like all around wherever. People could like apply for that, like whatever they think would look good on a piece of clothing, and the entire purpose behind it was like we all talked about, like the community and everything, is there's so much talent in art. Like you see a lot of people that just like doodle and like it like looks immaculate, right? But they're never gonna get the exposure because they never are gonna try to. So I think the entire purpose behind that collection is we want to just get some exposure to our local artists, to our friends, to people that have a lot of talent but have no way to display it in the world. Yeah.
Almost like a platform for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I love
just
that.
giving them a platform.
Like like our message, like as we want to get blessed, we have to bless all those around us.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
You give and you shall receive.
Absolutely, man. I love that saying the most, for real. I can't even, every time I think about doing something great, I don't even think about myself. I always think about somebody else. Like, soon as I did this, I'm going to help this person. Like, it's never helping myself first. So,
It's incredible.
and I think that's another thing. Like, as entrepreneurs, you guys are probably really selfless. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to be, yeah.
And yeah, it's like when you sacrificing your own time, like, are you putting yourself first most of the time, or are you always putting the business first?
It's a good 50-50.
Yeah.
It's a good
50-50?
50-50.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, yeah, we have like our business, great, but you also have to have time for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Because
Yes.
if you don't have time for yourself, how are you going to grow as a person? So then you can later on help out the brand.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So gotta do both.
What about you, Alex? You're putting a lot of work behind
Yeah,
this.
I mean, it depends how you guys see it, and I always see it like sometimes getting to shoot and getting to be with you guys isn't work. Sometimes it does feel like work, but sometimes it isn't work. Sometimes that is my me time. Like with you, like both of you guys with work, sometimes getting to work on the brand is a break from everything else going on because it's like that passion, what you're working on, what you enjoy doing. But sometimes it does feel like work. There is parts of it that are gonna feel like work no matter what you do. But
But I mean, like that's still the fun part.
That is the
because
fun
it's
part.
like,
Yeah.
you know, even if, like down the line we want to work with somebody else or whatever, this is all a portfolio.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like everything that we've done. We have the Instagram. We have these lookbooks. You know, this is a portfolio of the things that we've done, things that we put together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's huge. It's huge, and it looks good.
It
It looks
does.
good to like a lot of people. If you bring it up to any entrepreneur, anybody in the business,
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks great.
Well, absolutely. I think that's a good point. Like I've seen a lot of businesses when they're first starting, like, oh, you got a business, you have a website? No. Do you have an LLC? No. Do you have a social media? No. It's like, all right, well, when you don't start getting some things on, you know what I'm saying? But when you do have all those things, it's like, whoa, you got what?
you're doing it, yeah.
I know y'all get that reaction all the time, probably.
Yeah, definitely. And it feels great. I'll be honest.
Absolutely, hard work pays off.
Especially, I feel like with our niche specifically, with entrepreneurship, is that we're so young doing the things that we're doing.
Yes.
Like there are a lot of people, specifically in our niche, in our field with financial literacy, we talk to people who's 30 and 40 about how to remove a derogatory mark from their credit report. And they're like, wait, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 20. I was in you 20, I didn't know this, now I'm 50. The same thing as you guys have a brand.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, we're all taught to wear the big name brand stuff, like the Nikes, the I don't know, the Gucci's and the Louis if y'all got money like that. But no one's really took that jump to be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna create my own Louis, my own Gucci, my own entity.
So speaking of that, so the back of this, it says this is Virgil Abloh. The ones that don't know, he was the founder of Off-White, and he worked on Louis Vuitton. And one of his interviews, he said, if you think Off-White's too expensive, that's great. You're supposed to make your own T-shirt brand.
Exactly.
So that right there, I'm telling you, that I watched that video so many times. I watched that interview so many times, and like it's just been a huge driving force. You know what I mean? Especially like after he passed away, because I looked up to him heavy.
Right.
I looked up to him heavy just because like the way he designed, the way he gave back to his community, the way he like made his clothes. Because a lot of his clothes were like, okay, yeah, I'm making this, but he's kind of just showing you how to make it so it's like easier for you to do it yourself.
Right. Absolutely. He's such a huge icon right now too.
100%.
Like, I know he was a big icon even when he was alive as well. But you know, when people do pass, they become even bigger.
Bigger.
So I think it's crazy how, you know, we all looked up to somebody, but now that he's gone, it's even more powerful.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you have any other like designers that you like? Is it?
Controversial take. I love Kanye.
Hey, we don't. I don't judge over here.
Like I love one of my favorite things about Kanye West is like just his fearlessness. You know what I mean? Is like he goes about things in a certain way. Like look at the foam runner. People hated the foam runner. It was literally a block of foam with holes in it, and everybody was like, "Alright, yeah, like this is trash. This is awful."
It's true.
Very true.
And then after that, Kanye was like, "Alright, you know what? Do it. Push it out." And like people love it now. And I'm not gonna lie, it was the coffee.
That you're not lying, bro.
Comfy.
You're not lying. It's like some people really gotta block out all the noise. Like some people really have tunnel vision. Like Kanye is definitely one of them.
Yeah. What do you think? Who's some people that you look up to?
Virgil has been a big one. Even met you too, and the first meeting with Waleed and Angel, Waleed pulls out his phone case, had that on, and then you were wearing something. I think you had, I don't know what you had on.
I think I had an
off-white hoodie on,
yeah.
and I'm like, all right, cool. And then I asked you what you're going to school for, and you're like, architecture. What do you want to do after fashion design? I'm like, all right, this man, he knows. It's the Virgil path.
Yeah.
But
That's
What about
awesome.
you, Joe? Who's some people that you looked up to?
Honestly, I'm not really like, I don't really know too much about fashion. That's something that I'm trying to get better at. He's definitely been helping me with that. So at the moment, I don't really have one.
But regardless, like other than fashion, like, who's some people that you look up to in sports and influencers, whatever?
One of them, rest in peace, Kobe. He had that Mamba mentality.
R.I.P.
So
Kobe.
that's one thing I try to like, you know, put my mindset around that.
Absolutely.
He stayed disciplined, you know. And that's one thing I try to incorporate into this.
Wow. The Kobe mentality, man. Mamba mentality.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
So when it came to getting to the nitty gritty and establishing your business as an entity, how did y'all go about it? Did you set up an LLC or a partnership, software ownership?
So like we were gonna open up a DBA because we wanted to get our bank account, but then we found out that we didn't need it. All we needed was a partnership. So we just went through that and we just made ourselves into a partnership. And it was easy. And we have a group of people that work in taxes. So they definitely help us out a lot. And they do a lot of the work for us. So we're definitely grateful for them, and they've been helping us through that process.
And if you don't mind explaining, like, how did the partnership work out? Like, what did you guys have to do to make that happen?
So basically, we talked to our people, and we needed to create an EIN and all that.
Yep.
So we can get the process started, and he was just like, yeah, we just gotta make an EIN, get your names and all that, all our information, and then through this we can make either your DBA, we can get your partnership, and we can do all that. And well, it was that easy.
Wow.
We just made it happen.
Wow, that's awesome.
How'd you go about finding an accounting firm that you work with?
So my mom actually works with like, she works with some guy, and the guy has his own business and stuff like that, and it's just the both of them, and he just does everything. He's a smart man. He's a smart man, let me tell you.
That's awesome resource.
Dude, he's amazing, you know. Without him, a lot of this would be kind of tough.
Very tough. Agreed.
That's right. And you spoke on a business account. So when did you set up your business bank account after you established the EIN and the partnership?
Yeah, we got our bank account and everything set up.
Okay. Is just one bank account as of right now? So when it comes to the clothing brand and how you guys are expanding, have you ever thought about putting into more bank accounts, like maybe one for expenses, one for taxes specifically? Is that something that's ever crossed you guys' mind?
That's a good question. No, we haven't really touched upon that. Something definitely to look into though. That's a good idea.
I was just asking because it's good for the viewers to know, like, when it comes to growth, what you have to prepare for when it comes to the business.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, on a personal level, I have thought about that because, you know, once you make a certain amount, you're gonna want to split it up into different banks.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely a great point.
And so when you guys were pretty much just like coming up with like how you were going to set up the business, who was the one that really came up with like, all right, we need to set up a business account? Like, when did that part come in? Was it before the logo? Was it after the logo?
I think it was after the logo. I think well, when we originally first started with like our first little sample release, that one we just kind of paid for out of pocket. We paid for out of pocket, and then after a while we were like, okay, just start it, grow it, and then after that we'll worry about all of like the financial things, all of like the technical things. I think that's like one thing that as starting entrepreneurs you don't really need to worry about, because all of that taxes stuff and all of that, it definitely takes a while, and it's definitely not 100% necessary within like the first couple months of your business. You want to just focus on growing it, getting the name out, and just adapting it to your environment. So
It's a good point. A lot of people need to hear that.
Yeah, bro, I'm happy you brought that up. So many people tend to prepare for the things that will come 5 years within the business.
Yes.
they don't have
Right.
a logo, they don't have anything. It's just like you kind of like just try to skip too many steps there if you're trying to establish an account before you have a logo.
Yes, absolutely.
That's real, bro.
One step at a time.
Time. You got one crawl before you can run, man.
Seriously. And you guys said that you had a guy that's doing your accounting work, but when I think of that, I'm thinking about networking. You know what I'm saying? No, we can't do nothing without networking, right? So when it comes to y'all, how big is networking for y'all?
So big. So big. You want to talk about that?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, we try to incorporate it into our daily lives. You know what I'm saying? Wherever we go, we meet someone, we try to talk to everybody. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has their own stories.
Absolutely.
And you can learn from that. So why not use that to your advantage? So
Yes, sir.
And networking, I feel like it's so big, and no matter where you are, no matter who you're around, no matter what mood you're in, you have to talk to absolutely everybody. That's been like the one thing that I noticed, is because one, you never know who anybody truly is. Like funny story, I was at the Worcester Mosque a couple months ago, and you know, it was for Friday prayer. After prayer, there was this dude. He looked like kind of familiar, but I saw that he had like personalized clothing, right? And it said, it was like a J-O, and then it said the technician, right? So I like went over to him and I like asked him about the clothing, you know, because if he had his own clothing company, and I had my own clothing company, I just wanted to like expand, like talking about that. It turns out he was a professional boxer.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, his name was Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine
Ortiz.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a professional boxer, and I just went up to him and I talked to him, and like, you know, we talked about clothing and just like him. I personally didn't recognize him, and then he showed me his Instagram. It was just like 42,000 some followers, and then like verified, and I was like, oh. Okay. yeah, dude. I wasn't nervous about that combo until I saw that. But then I had one T-shirt on me. The T-shirt was supposed to be for my boy. Shout out my boy Tyler. And I had one T-shirt on me. I was like, yo, I kind of just gave your T-shirt away, and then I felt so bad about it. But like I gave him the T-shirt, and he loved the quality of it. He was like, yo, this is fire. And then he invited me to his boxing gym.
Wow.
He invited me to his boxing gym, and then there, like, I gave him a pair of shorts, talked to him some more, and then after that, I met the owner of the boxing gym, a man named Travis. Travis is a great guy. He owns a boxing gym. It's a Camp Get Right Boxing in Worcester.
Boxing.
And like I talked to him for a while, and like he loved the quality of the clothing too, and he loved what we were doing with it, our message behind it, and he did like want us to down the line maybe like leave some business cards in his gym, or even like when he does sparring matches and stuff for like boxing, they have like some media outlets that come, and he was like, yo, next time we do that, if you want to just come in, set some clothes up, sell it here, get your like name on like some media outlets, you know what I mean?
That's tough, bro.
Yeah, and it's like that kind of thing is like, if I never went up to him, that would have been like I would have just went about my day, completely never have met those people.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow. That's big.
yeah, and if you like talk to people, right, they get that in-person connection with you. You can say your message exactly how you want it, instead of someone reading it. Like you can put passion, like your emotion behind it. Like I have exactly. Like I have getting to know somebody, and she's actually really big. She has like 70-something thousand followers on Facebook,
Mm.
and she was at a party, a quinceañera. It's
Mhm.
not Mexican, so like we did all that. And what's it called? I talked to her and I pitched like our brand.
Mhm.
She was like, oh, I really love the idea. So she was like, all right, let's go inside. I had clothes in my car, and we literally made a video on the spot. Like she just started
Wow.
making a video. I gave them a shirt. We made a whole clip. She uploaded it to her thing, and it just helped us with the exposure. Like,
You're
you never
right.
know who, like
For real.
it can be anybody.
That's
Like,
so true.
It's crazy.
You never know who's watching.
Exactly.
And like going back to Vegas, I know you guys heard the story before, but like when we were in Vegas, we ran into Marshawn Lynch, right? and then we walked up to Marshawn, and he goes, "No,
Yeah.
That was the most funniest thing.
dude, I'm telling you, I was so mad about that. But then at the same time, I was like, all right, you know what? Yeah, maybe it didn't go how I wanted it to, but like that's part of networking is getting rejected. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
exactly.
Because if we didn't go to Marshawn Lynch, we just came back to Massachusetts, and like we're still doing our thing, we're just like, damn.
What if?
Like what if it went well? You know?
Yep.
So like I got rejected and it was tough. I was so mad at myself. I was like, that was so embarrassing. But then I was like, I just walked up to Marshawn Lynch, and like I know I did that. You know what I mean? You can't be scared of getting rejected in anything.
Yes.
Gotta shoot a shot, man.
Gotta shoot your shot.
You're absolutely right. That's a great point. I mean, today we were at the mall just trying to interview like normal people, and obviously we're walking up to people, you know, just trying to, hey, can we do an interview? We're so cold, we bundled up, and at first it's like it's always a little nerve-wracking to just walk up to strangers like, hey, can I ask you some questions? But after you did that first denial, it's like, all right, and then you did the one that does do it. Now I got some confidence. Now I can keep going. You know,
Yeah.
I think that is big. Like you're not gonna even. You can't do it if you've never been denied before.
Yeah.
It's like,
You gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable.
yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And I think a big thing is like when you start your own business, no matter what it is, like just start. And I'm telling you, God will put the right people in your life.
Yes.
Because like the last 6-7 months, I've met with more millionaires, celebrities, like verified people, maybe like smaller celebrities, like just verified people than I have my entire life.
Mm.
You know, it's just like it happens in coincidence. It's like, all right, you know what? I started this, and then like just pitch it to everybody. I met this. I was at a wedding. It was a bougie wedding. It was a very bougie wedding. they had this rapper, and his name was. I completely forget his name. I'm not gonna lie. But he's verified. He was big in London. So I gave him a business card. I didn't have any clothes on me because I'm not gonna wear t-shirts or whatever. But like I still gave him a business card, and I talked to him, introduced myself, and like he liked the way that I was professional about it and the way that I just kind of approached him about it.
Yes.
You weren't harassing him. You were like, yo,
Yeah.
like, here's my business. Like,
Yeah.
my name is so and so.
Mm-hmm.
You introduce yourself for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Most people are interested in you too. Like they want to talk to you. If you got something you're passionate about, people want to hear it.
Yeah.
And even if you're not talking to like a big person at all, you're gonna get even the tiniest feedback in even just the way they react to you. Or you're gonna get feedback in what you're doing, and you're gonna hear, and you're gonna be able to improve. Because people are people. Like they have the ability to give you your opinion. And if you're making stuff for people, you want to hear what people have to say.
That's
So true.
Such a good point. Bro. Even today when we were shooting our little content, I went to the bathroom real quick. I went to pee, and I seen the guys who were interviewing somebody. I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna slide in a little background, make sure I'm into the camera angle. And so I see somebody outside from the store, like, what they doing? Looking at us like this. And I'm like, yeah, that's over. They about to kick us out because like we're not supposed to be recording here.
Yeah.
So me, I'm like, maybe I can finesse it out of him. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? How you doing? You feel me? Et cetera. He's like, oh no, you good. I'm interested. Like,
Oh, they're interested.
no.
Yeah.
Like, oh, for real? I was always looking at well, this is what we do. We're a financial literacy podcast. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. And he was like, oh yeah, I love y'all. This is a power right now. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
people love seeing that, dude.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing is like I was always scared because I was like, dude, I don't want to go up to people and be like, I'm doing this, and they just like be completely uninterested. But it's like people love seeing like young people do something with their lives.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially young people of color as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. And speaking on that, DY, like you guys are diverse. Like you said, you were Mexican,
Yeah.
and you are.
I'm from Bangladesh. I was born in Bangladesh in 2001, and I moved here in 2006. So, first gen immigrant. Here we are.
Nice. And what's your ethnicity?
I'm just like French Canadian American.
Mm.
I'm here.
Okay.
The melting pot
Round
is
it out.
very
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Love it, bro.
That's what you need, though. You need different
Get it all.
experiences, different backgrounds. You need that in
Right.
anything.
Right, because somebody might watch you guys and they might be interested in his face or something, and they walk up to y'all, and they might be interested in your face and walk up to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that really is how it be. Humans are weird.
Yeah, for sure.
Having diversity is huge. People all have different interests too.
Yes,
You can
exactly.
affect different cultures as well. Like he knows something different from his culture. I know something different. You know.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Angels would get accustomed to my culture, bro. He come
100%.
over my house. He come over my house. Assalamu alaikum.
Hey. Yes,
You
sir.
know, I respect the family. I respect the family. I gotta learn their culture.
In my culture, we eat our heads, right?
Right.
And then Angel come up, but I was like, yo, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. He's like, nah, I'm gonna do it.
See?
So here's what we do it.
That's real.
I like that.
That's one thing I'm very into. I'm into cultures, dude. And once I saw that, I was like, obviously people eat with their hands too.
Mhm.
But like, I'm not to like what he was doing, like what they were doing. So I was like, I'm gonna try it.
Right.
I ended up liking it, yo. So I was like, if you don't try it, you won't know if you like it or not.
That's a fact. Can't knock it till you try it now.
Yeah.
Alex, he loved my mom's noodles.
Fantastic.
Shout out my mom.
That's 3
She
5
knows how to
stars.
cook.
Shout out my dudes.
Shout out moms.
Oh, shit.
That's been a big thing. Is like my mom, dude. She puts in so much work for no reason. Like I'll be like, Mom, I got some people coming up. She's like, oh, y'all need food? And I'm like, no, it's okay. We don't need food. She's like, all right, I'm gonna make some food.
That's mama love, bro.
Dude, shout out moms, honestly.
And I'm not gonna go this your decision, man. All right.
I know what's gonna come after that.
Uh-huh.
But the curry she makes, yo, let me tell you that. That shit is good, bro. It's
Curry?
so good. I might be on the toilet the next day, but it's good.
Hey, it's worth it though. That's how after y'all food too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, we might have to do a little dinner, do a little write off or something.
I pay.
Bright and early.
Y'all pay?
Hey, if we got to now.
Hey. Yeah.
Ain't no pain.
We could pay my dues too. You know what I'm saying? How much you charging?
I'll pay 50 for a plate.
Nah, for real. I love culture though. I think that's big, especially with us. Like one thing I'm trying to do is touch every single culture, and even on our YouTube channels, like I'm trying to make sure that our channels start getting translated more. So right now we're obviously speaking American, but one day I want us to translate it in Spanish or translate it in just a different language that somebody else can understand, because we're not the only people in this world.
Right.
100%.
Everybody talks about I want to be famous, I want to have this, I want to reach all these people, but you can't reach them if you don't know how multiple cultures are.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That's a very good point. Actually, I saw a YouTube video on that. It's like, yeah, there's English people that speak like English, and there's also people that speak Spanish, French. Grab that same video, but just turn it to a different language. That's 3 times the exposure, but in different languages.
Come on now.
There are a lot of people that you can target.
A lot of people.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Little things
a good point.
you realize this
Yeah.
will scale your account that much bigger. Man.
100%.
Absolutely.
That's real. Well, to wrap things up with y'all, I don't want to keep going too long. For the ending, for the outro, we ask all of our interviewees that come on here is, what's your final message to the people or for the next generation?
See, I had like a million of them, but then like I'm like here.
Can I ask you guys a question first and go off of that?
Okay.
All right, so we've been talking about like making our brand, and you guys are starting your platform at a young age. So at what point how do you give yourself the authority to start? Like, 'cause that's what I've been thinking about.
Shoot, you gotta have somebody on your back. Facts. I ain't gonna lie. Like Mike and I, it's been. Cause with Thinking General specifically, I remember Mike put me onto some sauce that day. I just happened to be in his room, and he was like, "Yo, bro, I'm thinking about this. What you think about it?" It was the platform. I was like, "Oh, let's do it." And what you really gotta do is, once you say do it, you have to do it like right then and there.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you have to set up a game plan. Okay, we're gonna meet this day. We're gonna talk to these people, like etc. So you can hold yourself accountable from there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause me and Mike, we all play football together too. So we all know how to hold each other accountable when it comes to somebody slipping or somebody may not be putting in the best effort. We're all not afraid to be like, yo, you're bugging.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Like, I expect all of them to check me, and I'll check them if it comes to them. So, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
So that's what it comes down to. This right when you start up the idea,
You wanna do it. Yeah.
Like you can't just
That's all
say
you
it
need.
and walk away. You have to do something first.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
like one more question for you guys. So you guys obviously just started a podcast. For people, I think we've all talked about it before that like want to start a podcast in the future. What advice would you give to us or anybody that wants to start a podcast?
Well, two things. If you're starting with a group, make sure that everybody in your group, like we talked about earlier, has the same mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Also, make sure that you know everybody's effort that's starting with you.
Mm-hmm.
So when we first started it, I literally came up with the idea, and I was actually thinking about the channel since like 2020. So it was like a long time ago, and I was trying to put a whole bunch of people on to financial awareness. You know how it go, and nobody's listening. So
So frustrating.
literally, it's frustrating. But as school is going on, as I'm starting to, meet more people, I come back to school and I'm with Ronnie, D.Y., Will. Now I'm starting to find my dream team. So I came up with the plan. I already made the channel, did everything. I just told them, this is what we have. I need y'all on my team.
Okay.
This is your qualities. I know you can help me out with this. I know we work together when we're doing whatever we're doing. But I knew that these guys were like my dream team. And I think that was the biggest thing to me having the confidence to start everything. So now I'm like, all right, I know I got a group of solid guys behind me. What's stopping us? And that was like my mindset with it. And I think if you have that mindset, if you know that nothing can stop you, if the only thing that can stop you is yourself, then you should just do it.
So you would say it's more so just about having the right people around you more so than having it all planned out?
Absolutely. Because a lot of people don't say, yeah, I did this by myself. Nobody's ever did anything by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Even if you studied, you didn't do it by yourself. You got help from somebody. So it's like you didn't have maybe the right person around you, but you had the right resources around you. So just about those resources and people. Resources and people is obviously the most valuable thing that we got.
100%. That's a big thing because like shout out to our community.
Yes.
People we've had around us, dude.
I couldn't believe it.
So all of our photo shoots so far we've done 3 photo shoots. And all of them, besides 2 people,
Yeah.
it's been different people every single
Blows
time.
my mind every time.
Yeah.
I show up and we're like, all right, here's like 12 people.
Yeah.
I've met any of you guys, and they're all so into it, and it's awesome.
Shout out to boy Alex. He's like, all right, I gotta navigate 12 people.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, I don't know how you did
We're thinking about our next shoot, and it's the collaboration one, and we're like, all right, we got to bring people from both sides, and they're like, all right,
Yeah.
what's the most you can do? And I'm like,
oh,
well, we can make it work.
Speaking of, shout out Stay Focused, my boy
Yep,
Anthony.
absolutely.
That's what we're doing here.
Hey.
Stay Focused, Blessed Envision.
Shout out, bro.
That's
Shout
hard.
out Anthony.
That's hard. That's hard.
That's real, bro.
Yeah.
One thing I want to add too is, don't protect your energy. Like I said, I'm always saying that. Protect your energy. Put value in yourself and know when to step away from people who don't bring value. But also, I just lost it.
Hey, it happens.
It's so good. But we still want to hear y'all perspective. Like if y'all had a message for the people, and all 3 of y'all could answer separately. But like, what would your message be, either for us, people that's watching, or the next generation that's coming up?
So this can work with anybody, right? Don't be scared of failure. If you don't fail, you're making it succeed. Your potential is limitless. Like I was telling them, anything is possible in this world. All it takes is that first step just to get started.
That's it.
That's real.
What was you, Alex?
I think it's been the same thing. Go outside and start. You're never going to get your art on a museum until you go and start it. It starts. You got to walk out the door. You got to get up in the morning. You just got to do it. We're here because we started. It started with something small, and you just keep spiraling, and one day it'll be something big.
Love that.
I think
That's gotta be on next caption.
that might be.
Write that down.
That was hard. Write that down. That's SpongeBob, dude. For me, it's kind of going different from these 2 is the one thing that I've noticed is, especially from this Vegas trip. I'm sorry, I keep bringing this up, but
Mhm.
No, it's big.
that was life changing. But the one thing that I've noticed is you don't need to be young to have fun. That's the one thing that I noticed because like took push to us. It's college parties, doing this and that. Right? But when I was in Vegas, it was 50, 60-year-olds, and we were just hanging around, and they're just at the bar, lit, and like we're all just having fun. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like that just kind of changed my perspective because it's like there's so many kids nowadays, and like I'm not a big partier, Alex isn't a big partier, Angel's not a big partier. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, parties are good for networking. Don't get me wrong, but if you if you're just not worth it. Cause like real talk, like what are you celebrating?
What are you saying? Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
You're
I like
going
that.
out partying 3-4 times a week, but like what have you done that's like been so accomplishing that you just feel the need to go celebrate? You know what I mean? So it's like going back to my point. It's like you don't need to be young to have fun. The way that I look at it is if you take your time right now, your 20s. Yeah, obviously we're busy with school, whatever. We don't have any real liabilities. You know what I mean? It's like this is the time when we should be chasing our dreams.
Yes.
And then by the time we're 30, if we already have all of this experience behind us, some bread, some established businesses, you could spend your 30s partying, you could spend your 40s partying,
Yes.
50s,
God,
60s. And the biggest thing is it's not just like the small little college parties in a crowded, super hot room.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's parties out in Las Vegas with millionaires,
Yes.
parties in Dubai, on yachts. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's like those are the people you want to party with, people that are already successful. Because that's networking at its peak. People having fun, but they're meeting new people. They're meeting new connections.
Right.
People that can help their business grow. It's like I'm partying with you. Cool. You were in like my chemistry class.
Exactly.
Thanks for the homework, dog.
That's a fact, though, bro.
That's real though. That is so
Hey,
real.
don't cheat. Don't cheat on your exams.
Don't cheat.
Don't cheat.
All right, do your homework now. Study.
Before we're done, we wanted to gift this to you guys.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Oh, word?
Thank
Yeah.
you. This is, man. We definitely don't put this like some pictures. You know, we gonna make sure I did in the video. They're gonna see this. All right.
We
This
all
is
signed
fire
it
though.
in the back and everything.
Where we at? Over?
Inside cover.
Inside-
Inside back cover.
Fire. Oh my God.
Oh,
It's gonna be worth $1 million soon. Trying to tell y'all.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Trying to tell y'all.
Gotta save it.
Yes, sir. This is getting put up. Wow, this is fire. And you did all of this.
Me and my brother. My brother did the inside, so
Shout out Andy.
I'll send you his
Oh, yeah,
socials
shout
too.
out Andy, man. Andy over there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Bro.
Shout
Andy
out
shot
Andy.
video for us. Andy's graphic designing for
This
us.
is fire. Wow. All right.
Back to the community, bro. Everybody's been so helpful.
Incredible.
Everybody. You know, you start doing something, I promise you, the right people gravitate.
It's a hope thing, bro.
Yeah.
You're giving us hope. 'Cause there's not a lot of hope. You know?
No.
Most people who go to school will be coming from.
Yeah.
It's there's you go to work or you doing other things.
You go to work or like you're not really making like any real progress,
Yeah.
and it's sad.
It's sad. It's super
Sad.
sad. But
Wow.
us doing what we doing, collaborating, and it's giving that influence of the younger
Yeah.
generation. That's what's really.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where the support's coming from. Like
Exactly.
we're doing this for us, so we're gonna give back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and one thing I've been telling you often is like, we gonna grow together. You know what I mean? Like we all started from the same places, same schools, same teachers, same track field. And it's like
Terrible shit.
terrible.
New one's nice. I got the new one.
Oh yeah, y'all got.
I got the new one. That one's nice.
Everything
Yeah,
moving
we like
now.
you,
Man, we didn't have water for like a month when I was here, bro.
Remember the football field? How it was just all dirt?
It was all
That's what we had to
dirt.
play on.
Exactly.
Now they got like a super nice.
Yeah, we got the new one.
Hey, we got a graduation.
Whoa.
We got a graduation.
No, we had a graduation.
Oh, you had a
Yeah, I got a graduation. I graduated
My
in
brother
summer.
did it.
No, he did not. He got screwed.
Oh my god.
COVID grads.
COVID grads.
No prom, no graduation.
Y'all in college right now too?
I am.
Okay.
I am in Alex's.
And what year y'all graduate?
I was supposed to graduate this upcoming May, but I've taken an extra semester, so I'm gonna graduate in December of next year, so winter.
December next year?
I'm not sure when yet, but it would be 2026.
Young bull.
You're going to Amherst, right?
No, I'm at Worcester State.
Worcester
Yep.
State, okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Hey man, y'all young, y'all in school. Don't ever think you can't do this while you in school, alright y'all?
It's a place to do it.
It's the place to do it.
You got all the time. You don't realize it.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
You get so many resources for free.
Dude, absolutely. We're here right now. This is free.
Like literally. Like
We pay $1.
for real. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
It's so true, so.
So many resources that people don't utilize. It's crazy.
It is, man. Wow, that was awesome though. Y'all, I really appreciate y'all coming out here.
Of course.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you guys having us.
Literally, man. Y'all blessed us for real.
Whenever you guys want us to play, we'll always have fun.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. Shoot. All right, Jet Thinkers, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Please like, comment, subscribe so we can continue this journey together. And make sure y'all follow up Blessed Envision, man. They got fire clothing. Y'all see the hat, there's some shirt, there's some flame on there.
Yes, sir.
Drift out. I'm about to go to club now.
Hey, we just talked about partying, guys.
Exactly. Niggas, we going to the club. We'll see y'all next episode.
I love